Well, I'll be going to China very quickly, and I'll be speaking Japan's praises when I'm in China with President Xi.
这几天，日本新首相高市早苗兴冲冲地跑去了华盛顿，本以为能跟特朗普上演一出日美同盟情比金坚的感人戏码，结果呢？这哪里是盟友相见，这分明是一场史诗级的职场霸凌加主仆规训现场啊！面对高市早苗满脸堆笑的连环彩虹屁，特朗普不仅当着全世界媒体的面嫌弃日本出钱出力不够，更是在日本记者抱怨打伊朗为什么不提前通知我们的时候，直接甩出了一个让全日本右翼集体破防的地狱级冷笑话。这究竟是一场怎样让人窒息的外交会面？特朗普到底说了什么，把高市早苗按在地上狠狠摩擦？爱心带你看这场让人捧腹大笑、美式霸权的脱口秀。
Right now, situations in the Middle East and also the entire world, we are actually experiencing a very severe security environment.
そして世界経済もかなり厳しい影響を受けつつあります。
And also the global economy is now about to experience a huge hit because of this development.
でも私は世界の繁栄とそして平和に貢献できる、世界中に平和と繁栄をもたらせるのはドナルドだけだと思っています。
But even against that backdrop, I firmly believe that it is only you, Donald, who can achieve peace across the world.
そのために私は諸外国に働きかけてしっかりと応援をしたいと思っています。
And to do so, I am ready to reach out to many of the partners in the international community to achieve our objective together.
今日私はそれを伝えに来ました。
So today I came here at the White House to directly convey this message to you.
そしてイランに関してはもう核兵器の開発、これは許されてはならないことですから、日本も働きかけをしてきました。
And speaking of the situation in Iran, Iran's development of nuclear weapons must never be allowed. And that is why we, Japan, have been urging them and also reaching out to other partners in the world.
そして我が国は周辺国に対する攻撃、ホルムズ海峡の実質的な閉鎖についてもこれは非難をし、そして茂木外務大臣からもイランの外務大臣に対してもうそれをやめるように申し入れをしてきました。
In addition, Japan condemns Iran's actions such as attacking the neighboring region and also the de facto or effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz. As a matter of fact, my fellow minister, Minister Motegi, Foreign Minister Motegi, also had the direct exchange with the Iranian foreign minister and urged Iran to stop such activities.
Contest. Yeah, you let me know. You let me know.
それでとにかく今中東だけじゃなくてインド太平洋の安全保障環境も大変厳しい中にあります。そんな中でドナルドが日本に深い信頼を寄せてくれて揺るぎない同盟にコミットメントしてくれていることに感謝をいたしております。
And also the security environment in the Indo-Pacific region is also becoming increasingly severe. Donald, you have shown deep trust in Japan and also the unwavering commitment to the Japan-US alliance. Once again, thank you very much for that.
今日は日本とアメリカが共に強く豊かになっていくための話し合いをしたいと思っています。
And today, I look forward to having a discussion on how we can cooperate to make our two nations, both Japan and the United States, stronger and more prosperous.
それから世界のエネルギーマーケットを落ち着かせるための提案も持ってまいりました。
And I also brought specific proposals to calm down the global energy market.
この後主に経済安全保障、重要鉱物ですがエネルギーに関する協力、そしてお互いに強い経済を作るための成長のための話し合い、経済成長のための話し合いをしたいと思っています。Thank you.
So today, I really look forward to having our discussion, particularly focusing on our collaboration in economic security in the important areas such as energy and rare earth minerals. And also, I look forward to discussing with you how we can make our two economies stronger moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and you're doing a great job. Again, congratulations on the biggest win in the history of Japan. That's not bad. That's a pretty long history. That's a large nation with a great reputation, but it's a tremendous victory. Congratulations to everybody. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. We've become friends, and I'm very proud of the job you've done. It's not easy. Any questions, please?
Mr. President, are you fully satisfied with the level of support that you're getting from Japan on Iran, including around minesweepers?
We're going to be speaking about it today. We've had tremendous support and relationship with Japan on everything, and I believe that based on statements that were given to us yesterday, the day before yesterday, having to do with Japan, they are really stepping up to the plate. Yes.
Mr. President, you just mentioned Japan is stepping up. What kind of support do you expect from Japan in the future?
Look, I expect Japan to step up because, we have that kind of relationship, and we step up with Japan. We have 45,000 soldiers in Japan. We spend a lot of money on Japan, and we've had that kind of relationship. So I'm not surprised that they would step up. We don't need much. We don't need anything. I mean, honestly, we don't need anything from Japan or from anyone else, but I think it's appropriate that people step up. In the case of Japan, I hear they get more than 90% of their oil through the strait. So that's a big reason to step up. I mean, we've demolished, that country is close to demolished. The only thing is the strait. It's very hard. You could take two people and they could drop little bombs in the water and they're holding things up. We don't want that to happen. But honestly, Japan, China, Europe, parts of Europe, get a lot of their oil through the strait. We get none, practically. We're less than 1%. We don't have to be any percent. We don't even, I think we do it just to be nice. But we, think of it, we don't use the strait. We're defending the strait for everybody else. And then in the case of NATO, they don't want to help us defend the strait, and they're the ones that need it. But now they're getting much nicer because they're seeing my attitude. They're getting much nicer. But it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's too late. UK wants to send aircraft carriers now. And I said, I want the aircraft carriers before the war. I don't want them after the war is won. They want to send me aircraft carriers after the war is. There's practically nobody to shoot at them. Their missile count is down. Maybe you could discuss it by about 90-something%. The drones are way down, and the factories are being demolished. Maybe.
Yes, sir. Our missiles being shot are down over 90% since the beginning. One-way attack drones down 90% since the beginning, which is a reflection of overwhelming firepower. But you mentioned the most important part, Mr. President, their defense industrial base. If you can't make more of it in the future, then you have a limited supply. And so we're going after all of their defense contractors that make all of their exquisite weapons and ensuring that even if they wanted to rebuild more launchers or more missiles, they couldn't in the future. And that's a level of devastation for their military that they've never seen before.
So we have, in literally 2 weeks, we've demolished their Navy, their Air Force. All technology is gone. All communication is gone. And all of the leaders are gone. Other than that, they're doing quite well. Okay, how about one more question for the Prime Minister? Let me pick a beautiful-looking person from Japan. A question for the Prime Minister. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't believe he's beautiful. Oh, he's sounding shy. Go ahead, please.
Of course, no. Japan and US are very good friends. But one question: why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? He's asking me. Now you believe in surprise. I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much more than we anticipated doing. So if I go and tell everybody about it, there's no longer a surprise, right? Okay, one more for the Prime Minister. Are you good for the Prime Minister?
Yes.
Go ahead for the Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Japan's DG Press. Japan's biggest concern is China. Now they are giving us export control and very harsh terms to criticize us. So could you plan? Would you plan to bring up relationship between Japan and China while you were there?
Well, I'll be going to China very quickly, but I think I'd really like to have the Prime Minister talk about China because I know they have a little bit of an edgy relationship, and I'd just like to know where it stands, how you're doing with China. So, please.
で日本はいつも中国に対してオープンです。会話はオープンにしています。それから冷静に対応しています。でとにかく米中関係も含めてですね、これが地域の安定、それから世界のサプライチェーン、これに貢献するものであることを願っています。日本は常にオープンです。
And I think we're going to have a great trip. The trip has been postponed for about a month and a half. It's been reset, and we look forward to it. And I'll be speaking Japan's praises when I'm in China with President Xi. But we're going to have some good talks today, and I think mostly about trade because they want to do a lot of trade. They're a tremendous purchaser of our energy, our oil, gas from, in particular, Alaska. Because Alaska, believe it or not, is very close. It's much closer than any other source. It seems a little cold compared to, but it's just a short trip.
So that's something that we will talk after this war, at least.
We'll be discussing trade, and a lot of the talk will be about energy. Thank you very much, everybody.
看完这段白宫的二人转，阿欣在茶水间里看到高市早苗点头哈腰的样子，不免的想笑。什么叫热脸贴了冷屁股？这就是教科书级别的示范。咱们先来看看高市早苗，这位在日本国内号称铁娘子、强硬的不可一世的极右翼政客，到了特朗普面前，那姿态卑微的简直像个汇报工作的大堂经理，一口一个深厚的信任、坚定的同盟、伟大的胜利。结果呢？特朗普是怎么回敬这位最亲密盟友的？第一记耳光，你算老几？打仗需要通知你？当日本记者委屈巴巴地问，这么大的战争为什么不提前告诉日本时，特朗普的回答简直绝了，他直接拿珍珠港事件来嘲讽日本。当年你们偷袭珍珠港的时候，怎么没提前告诉我啊？你们不是最懂出其不意吗？朋友们，这可是当着全世界的面啊，这巴掌扇的有多响？特朗普就差把那句话写在脸上了，老子打谁是老子的事，你一个做小弟的，有资格过问吗？第二记耳光，别跟我谈感情，谈钱。特朗普在视频里抱怨北约，抱怨日本，你们的石油都从那儿过，凭什么我来守着？你们得掏钱啊！他甚至嘲笑英国航母来晚了，仗都打赢了，你来干嘛？在他的眼里，什么日美安保条约，什么盟友义务，都是扯淡。这世界就是个大物业，我美国是保安，你们统统得给我交高价物业费。而最让阿欣觉得滑稽，也最能体现这种主仆关系的，是视频最后的那句话。特朗普得意洋洋地说，我马上要去中国了，我会在习主席面前帮你们日本美言几句的。哎呦喂，听到这句话，我估计日本右翼的血压都得飙到280。高市早苗天天在国内煽动什么台湾有事就是日本有事，装出一副要跟中国死磕到底的架势，结果到了主子面前，主子却像摸着小狗的头一样说，乖，别怕，我去隔壁大院走亲戚的时候，顺便帮你说几句好话。这不就是赤裸裸的讽刺吗？你在前面冲锋陷阵当炮灰，你家主子却在后面忙着跟你的假想敌做能源生意，卖阿拉斯加的天然气。这场白宫的闹剧彻底撕下了所谓日美对等同盟的虚伪面纱。他告诉全世界，在美国的美国优先剧本里，盟友只有2种用途，要么是提款机，要么是挡箭牌。当你没有利用价值，或者主子心情不好的时候，随时可以把你拿出来当个笑话讲。既然特朗普马上就要来中国谈大生意了，还带着帮日本美颜的任务，那咱们就泡杯好茶，舒舒服服地坐在茶水间里，看看这位自诩无所不能的交易大师，到了北京还能不能像今天这么嚣张吧。好了，今天茶水间的欢乐吃瓜就到这里。你觉得高市早苗听到那个珍珠港笑话时，心里在想什么？欢迎在评论区留下你的神迹配音，别忘了点赞订阅阿欣的茶水间，让我们一起看透这魔幻的世界大戏。下期再见。